Start rolling right there. So there we go. All right, first things first, name and title if you've gotten used to it by now.
Chad Billeb, Sheriff, Marathon County.
All right, so Chad, what have the first couple of days on the job been like for you here?
Well, today is the first day on the job, and it's quite hectic, actually. I think that my first day is going to be a memorable one, and not only just the ability to celebrate here today and to be sworn in front of my community, that's a big deal, but just the things that our staff are doing out there today in service to the community are things that we want to share.
Yeah, and I'm guessing when you're considering running for a job like this, obviously you ran unopposed, so you didn't have a whole lot of work to do that way, but you still, in your mind throughout that whole time, you have to be thinking about the reasons that you're doing this, the reasons why you want to, I guess for lack of a better term, run towards the chaos instead of sitting back and doing what you can to help that way.
I've been working in this community for close to 30 years. Between working on the west end of the county at the Colby-Abbotsford Police Department, here at the Sheriff's Office, and even up in Taylor County for a little while. I am committed to this community. I care about this community, and I love this community. And that will not change. And I'm here because I want to see things better for me and for my family and for everyone else in the community. And I think that any of us in law enforcement, that's why we're doing this. We're doing this because we want to serve and we want to make an impact. There are things I'm passionate about, and I think that you don't have to look real hard back into some media stories to see how passionate I am about mental health and substance abuse. And I think there's a lot of work left on the table that needs to be done, and I want to be the person that leads that and makes those changes happen.
And you've been in your position now for close to 9 years. That's about how long Sheriff Parks was before he chose to step down. So you've been working with Sheriff Parks pretty closely. So I imagine that there's still going to be some of his fingerprints going forward, even though you're technically are the one with the finger on the button.
A little earlier, I actually shared that as a deputy, Sheriff Parks was my lieutenant. As an investigator in the Special Investigations Unit, Sheriff Parks was my lieutenant. As a commander in administration, Sheriff Parks was my direct supervisor as when he was the chief deputy. And then when he was appointed by Governor Walker and he asked me to serve as his chief deputy, I've now for 9 going on 10 years served directly with him. His fingerprints are all over my career. And his philosophies, the way he treats people, I've seen it from the best, how he has served, and I intend to be very similar in that vein. We do have different ideas, we have different approaches, we have different priorities, and I think that he allowed me to pursue my passions, and I'm going to do that, and now it's time to bring up a new group of staff here at the Sheriff's Office to take on theirs as well.
So I guess in that sense, how often, do you expect you're going to be leaning on him occasionally when things happen? Are you going to be calling him up and saying, hey, let's get together, let's grill a steak, let's have a beer, I got to run something by you then? He's not going to be, too far away from you then, I'd imagine.
On Sunday night during the Packer game, we were chatting over text. This morning while I was starting my meetings here with the media, he had actually called me and we were having a good laugh together. I know that he will never be too far away, and I know that beyond just the professional relationship, our friendship is going to carry the day with that, and that there will always be that mentor available to me if I need it.
So then, looking at the first 6 months, first year, what are your priorities?
My priorities are focusing on mental health, substance abuse, and homelessness issues. That's one track. The other track is we need to do something about our hiring. We struggle to find qualified candidates to work in our jail and our 911 center. That's not unique to Marathon County. That is everywhere in the state. We've made some small strides, but there's more work to be done. I think that some of the other challenges we have around our staffing are going to be evident to the community if we can't make big changes. But I think that those will be two of the primary things that we focus on here early on in my run.
All right, so your run, you're not putting a timeline on it then, right?
There's no timeline on it.
There's no timeline on it. Okay, so re-election in 4 years, something we'll figure it out at that time?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else that you'd like the people of Marathon County to know? Because obviously you got a big county to cover here. So there's a lot to be concerned about for you and for the residents.
I want to thank each and every one of them, first and foremost, for their trust and their support. To be unopposed in a county the size of Marathon County is unheard of. And I know that that is because of the people of this community and the relationship that we have with them and that I have with them. And I want them to know that I truly appreciate them and thank them for that, and that I won't let them down.
So then, when you're getting together with Scott Parks, then how does he like his steak? Is he a well done guy? Is he
ask him here in just a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds
No,
good.
no, he's not a well done. He's not a leather kind of guy.
He's not a leather kind of guy.
No.
So are you the grill master then, or is he?
Oh, he will tell you I am the grill master.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
All right. I like that.
Yep.
I like that kind of take charge from the sheriff.
Yep.
All
You
right.
bet.